I want to play two separate clips in this video. Number one would be this one, and I will go frame by frame to show you guys how Henry reacted when Nutmeg stood up to dance, even though she should not be doing this because this is not a party. This was just a dinner. She should have just sat down, but she didn't do it. Obviously, she wanted to get some attention for free. Let's take a look at this particular clip first, and then I'll go to the next clip. So this is where it all started. I'm not going to be playing the music because I might get a copyright strike here. But if I go frame by frame, as you can see here, she was she was sitting down in the beginning, but now she's standing. All of a sudden she realized that this is the moment that she needs to grab attention to make it a successful night for herself, not from front ladies here, and herself, is because they were at the front row, and to me looks like they were part of the band party, right? This guy who was singing, so to me looks like this guy was singing, and so these two women, they're part of his team. They were doing the singing and the song together, so they had a reason to stand up. But why would she do that? Even if they are not part of the the band or the guy who's singing, they can still stand up because they're at the front row and they're nobody knows them, nobody will notice them because they do not belong to the royal family. But when you are coming from that kind of family, British monarchy, you need to be careful. You cannot just join other people all of a sudden on your own, especially when your husband is not joining. He's not feeling it. He's actually feeling quite the opposite. He's disgusted. He cannot believe himself that this clown will just stand up and start dancing from nowhere, out of nowhere. So if I go frame by frame here, as you can see, let me actually play it. So all for attention, and nobody else is actually joining her, just those two women at the front seat, looks like. And then she decided she needs to join them. Why she would feel that way? Well, it is because, you guessed it right, she wants some attention. Now this is the other clip I want to share with you, and I'm sure you have seen this. This is on her birthday, but I want to make some points. Number one, you notice nobody is around her for her birthday. I cannot believe celebrating my own birthday all by myself and nobody's around, especially when I claim I have children. Where are they? Where are the kids? Actually, let me go back to the this one again. Where are the kids? If they exist, why don't you bring them out? But no, she would not, because she knows this birthday dance and this celebration, they're all fake, and that she is not living together with her husband. Henry is nowhere to be seen, the kids nowhere to be seen, and the obvious reason for that is because she is totally detached with the family, especially with Harry. We do not know anything about the surrogate invisible children. Nevertheless, we have some very interesting comments that I want to share with you, coming from people who observed, the royal observers, why she would all of a sudden start to dance. So number one, it says royal observers argue that the display was forced and intended to draw attention to herself, suggesting it was an embarrassing moment for Harry. So they are now commenting, the royal commentators, royal observers, they are saying that this dance of this Nutmeg is forced and performative, staged, and it was intended to get attention, not to raise awareness of anything good. She was not highlighting anything other than herself. That is pretty much what the critics are saying. Now, royal commentators describe Nutmeg dancing as ridiculous, and claims she felt the need to compete for the spotlight after other guests began dancing. So what they're saying is that when she saw these two dancing, immediately she felt the need to grab all the attention to herself and not to anybody else, not to even these two ladies. As I said, they're nobody, even though they're nobody. But for Nutmeg, no, they cannot stand up and dance and get all the attention. I want that right now. And that's why you saw her standing up right away, start dancing. And it was ridiculous. Now, royal commentators repeatedly focus on Henry's facial expressions, which observers interpret as being uncomfortable or embarrassed. Take a look at Henry's face here. So if I go here, he is obviously looking at her in shock and horror because he doesn't know what to expect next. And he was not, I should say, comfortable with her all of a sudden dancing, because this gets noticed by the palace sometimes, especially when it comes to arranging their next visit, things like that. Palace, they do take notice, and we have seen William taking notice of Nutmeg visiting the gravesite of Princess Diana. So these things get noticed by the palace, and Henry knows it. And he is like, oh my God, I don't know how to stop this embarrassment, but it is already too late. And you can see he is not joining her whatsoever. She is telling him to join, to me looks like. I could be wrong, but by staring at him directly in this particular moment, she tells me she wanted him to stand up and join her so that they will have all the attention for the night all by themselves, and nobody would have the attention, and that they will make headlines. Obviously, she did not like the fact that it was dark. Nobody could see her face clearly, or Henry's face. Nevertheless, she did not stop trying whatsoever. Now, narrators use the interaction to speculate about the state of their marriage, suggesting that the couple appear unhappy and is merely maintaining a public image. I cannot agree with this more, because it is so true. Take a look at this. Okay, I'm gonna playing the whole thing one more time in full motion. Take a look. He's not connected with her. He is embarrassed. He is cringed. He is like, oh my God, what is she doing? And this is not how a beloved husband will treat her wife. That is the bottom line. And then we also have another video that I just showed you guys, which is the birthday dance, which was also very cringe. She should get an Oscar for being the cringe of the year. Now, about this particular video, Nutmeg decided to celebrate her birthday with the person she loves the most, herself. Imagine relocating to the heart of celebrity culture, convinced you would finally be part of Hollywood's elite, only to realize that living among them does not mean you are one of them. She wanted to pull off something that the Hollywood A-listers would do, and therefore you have a clip from her, okay, on her birthday. She's acting or pretending to be somebody from Hollywood A-list, from the elite of Hollywood, but she is not. That doesn't make her stop. No family, no close friends, no nieces or nephews, no relatives. Sadly, it seems not even the Hollywood friendships that once made headlines. Not one person to celebrate with. Nutmeg is proof that people eventually tire of someone who constantly name drops, plays the victim in every situation, and acts as though a title makes them better than everyone else. It's exhausting even for Hollywood. Again, facing this kind of criticism, nothing new, and getting exposed for this kind of cringe-worthy video clips that she posts on social media is nothing new. I will give you guys more updates on all of this. Things are just getting very interesting. Leave a comment in the comment section.